Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here to talk about our budget-friendly family cruise we took on Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. Check it out.
It counts. It counts.
So we chose to drive to Galveston, Texas instead of flying because, of course, driving is much cheaper when you have two children. We did book a double queen room because we had our daughters with us, and the room was about 150 a night. We didn't have time to explore because when we got in, it was about 8 p.m. So it was past the pool time. I think it closed at 10, so we didn't have enough time to go to the pool. The next morning, before we left, I ended up logging into the Royal Caribbean app, and we did the first two stages of the muster drill, just so when we got on the ship that it would speed up the process. As we were driving into the port, which was only about 10 to 15 minutes down the road, we passed what's called Pleasure Pier, which has rides and food. We actually went about a year ago, and the prices weren't too bad for a family of four. It was about $125 for the passes. So that was actually really nice. After that, we decided to go ahead and park at Royal Caribbean's Terminal 10. What I did was I reserved the spot about 2 weeks ahead of time, just to ensure we had a place to park. We did a 4-day, 3-night cruise, and the parking was about $105 after the coupon I got for signing up for the Port of Galveston. So make sure you sign up ahead of time, and that'll save you some money. You'll get promotions and coupons that they'll send you. Also, just a tip, when cruising, you don't want to use a debit or credit card for your SeaPass or sign and sell card, depending on what cruise line you're cruising with, only because it ties up your money. What that means is they'll put a hold on your debit card, credit card, and that money will not be available the time that you cruise. So we take about $200 to $300, put that on our sign and sell or our SeaPass, and we go to guest services as soon as we go through security. They load the cash on our card, and it's just as easy as that. You are able to get your money back if you don't spend it all, so don't be afraid that you won't get any of your money back. They will give you a refund. We usually go the nights before the cruise ends and just get anything that we haven't spent. So once we got on board, we went straight to our muster station. They'll tell you that on your contract that they give you. So when we went there, all we had to do was just go ahead and show our app, and it took all about 5 minutes, and we were done. After that, we walked around the ship until our rooms were ready. It took about an hour, hour and a half until our rooms were ready. It was about 1:30 p.m. And we took our luggage because we decided to carry on since it was just a 4-day, 3-night. We just had our carry-on luggage. Instead of having it delivered, because then you have to wait for it. And if you want to go swim or do anything like that, then of course it will be in your luggage that they deliver, or you can pack a little book bag or backpack to carry on with you. There were a few people who took advantage of the flow rider while everyone was bored, and it wasn't crowded. So we just stood and watched as everyone was having a good time. Later that night, as you can see, the ship was beautiful as it was in the day. It was beautiful at night. They had the game on the big screen. Not a lot of people were out there, so the ship was not crowded at all for it to be a family ship. This was December 2024 Christmas cruise, and it was really nice. We actually tried Johnny Rockets in the next day. The shakes, they are free with your deluxe drink package, but the burgers and any of the food is not. So if you have the deluxe drink package, you can get a shake for free. And they were actually authentic. They were made with real milk. I could taste it, and it was really good. So that was a good choice that we made. We also chose to go to the ice show in Studio B, and let me tell you, it was worth it was worth every penny of that. It was fantastic. And on certain days, you can try out your ice skating skills. But word of advice, schedule your time right when you board the ship because it books up really quickly. We tried to go in and just go ahead and ice skate, but it was so full and we didn't want to wait, so we just kind of left. But it is something you should try just because they have it available. It's always something to do on that ship. Another thing, they had a few shows, but two of those shows that stood out to me was the first. It was it was like an entertainment show, and what that means is that he did comedy, he also sung, he did impressions, and I believe his name was Ferris. He was the grandson of Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. Let me tell you, this show was phenomenal. It had laughter, impressions, great music. It was just all in all one of the best shows I've seen on a cruise ship. So make sure you check that out if you are on Mariner of the Seas, if he's on board at that time. Here's a snippet. Another show was Gallery of Dreams. It offered a variety of entertainment. It was for everyone. They had good harmony from the cast and great stage presence. It was just, it was also a great show. So those were two that just stood out to me. Here's a snippet. As we pulled in the Cozumel, Mexico, the scenery was beautiful. The weather for December, I would say, was about 75 degrees there. Plenty of shops in port. As you can see, when we were walking around, it didn't feel crowded. So and it had a lot of ships in port, but it just didn't feel crowded. We also stopped at Margaritaville. And we were gonna grab some food and drinks just to see how everything tasted, but it was just overpriced, and I wasn't comfortable with it. I figured I could eat on the ship. I already had the pass for the drinks, so I wasn't willing to overpay. After that, we shopped a little bit, and the one thing I noticed in Cozumel or Cozumel, whichever one you want to pronounce it as, they had so much NFL gear like hats, bags, throws, and they were reasonably priced. And the craftsmanship, it was impeccable. Like the stitching on it, you would never know. So authentic. As we passed by in this picture, you see senior frogs. And if you know anything about us, this is always a stop, no matter where we are. But we had our girls with us, so we decided to keep going. We had a good time, but we did not stop at Senior Frogs this time. As you can see, Mariner has so many things you can do with your family. They have designated spaces for kids. They had a teen club my daughter went to. My other daughter went to the adult club, 18 and older club. So it was so many things to do: rock climbing, ice skating. It overall just a family-friendly ship. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.